I'm trying to do a video on anxiety, and I'm getting anxious doing it. This is like take 4, because there's like trucks going by, and then there's forklifts going by, and there's a train, and then there's a helicopter, and it's like screwing me up. And I'm smiling right now because I don't want to take something and break it in half. And brings me to my next point, the main point, the entire point is anxiety is a bitch. If you suffer from anxiety, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't suffer from anxiety, good for you. However, you should know that there are many that suffer from it, and their actions may be based upon some intense anxiety. Uh, my anxiety is set off by crowds, noises, especially loud ones, and especially being startled. Those set my anxiety off real quick. And I know it's happening because I feel a jolt through my body. It just starts at my head and goes woof through my entire body like electricity. And I get puffy. Kind of like a scared cat, but a 230-pound scared cat. So to some people it may be intimidating. To others you might think I'm just, missing the gym because of them being all closed. But the thing is that we've got to learn to cope with anxiety. We've got to learn our triggers. We all have warning signs that tell us we're about to have an anxiety attack or that we're getting anxious. And that could be my electricity thing. That could be your stomach. Maybe you feel nauseous. Maybe you've got to poop real bad. We all know ourselves, but sometimes we don't know ourselves. We've got to look for these things to understand where it starts so we can try and help it end. If you are on meds for anxiety, good for you. That's a good start, but that's not the end of it. Don't just rely on those. Try for self-betterment. Talk to people, professionals preferably, because they're the ones that can try and give you techniques to quell your anxiety. Yeah, I mean, what you witnessed in the beginning of this was me calming down, But when I do get anxious, I've got about, like I said, like 2 seconds to decide how I'm going to react. And luckily, I knew that, and I calmed down. I did some breathing. And one good breathing method is to breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, and then to breathe out through your nose for 4 seconds, count to 3, and repeat the process. Wash, rinse, repeat. And that helps. Meditation helps. Yeah. So if you suffer from anxiety, you are not alone. If you know someone who just kind of goes off the deep end for no reason and lashes out, or maybe recluses, they probably have some form of anxiety. So, just because they do that doesn't mean you need to stop talking to them for a week. Ask them what's going on. Are you all right? Are you having an anxiety attack? Do you even know what an anxiety attack is? Let's do some research. Let's find out. Do you want me to help you find someone to talk to? And you don't have to take everybody by the hand who's having a bad day and say, are you having an anxiety attack? Let's go talk to, Dr. Schroeder down the street because he's a good friend of mine. No. Just be aware that some people suffer from things like anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts and tendencies and addiction, and understand that they're people too. And obviously, if someone doesn't want help, they're not going to seek it. However, it does not hurt to be there for when they do want help. Because there comes a point in everyone's life where it's going to be sink or swim. And they've got to decide in that time if they want help or not. And whether that's anger issues or suicide, they've got to decide. And you can't always be there. And I know that because I wasn't able to be there for somebody. But, through a lot of intense therapy and whatnot, I've learned that that was not my fault, and that person did not want help. And that doesn't mean you got to give up on them, but it doesn't hurt to be there, because that helps. Yeah. Anyway, on that sad note, I want you to be kind to each other, love one another, take care of one another. Be there for each other. Call 2 people a day in these odd times. Because we're all we've got. And if you're watching this, you're checking it.